Welcome to my weekly trade recap and review. As you all know, I start off by checking Forex Factory and having a look at the major news drivers this week. As we can see on Monday, we don't really have any important news during the daytime. We only have Powell speaking at around 7 p.m. Looking at the charts, I'm using bar replay mode. If you want to see executions of the trades, check the link in the description where there is proof of execution and proof of me calling out all these trades live and ahead of time. And it is completely free to join, no strings attached. So I usually wait for my session, which is around 10 a.m. And looking here, let's see what was going through my mind. You can see on the high time frame, we were just consolidating. And to be honest, this is not the best trading day. If you're consolidating, even on the 15-minute time frame, you are consolidating. But you know me, I always like to trade. So what I did was I saw that even though we were consolidating, this is like a mini seek and destroy profile. This is when price keeps going from low to high, low to high, low to high. And you can see that the Asian low was taken out here, Asian high was taken out here. And you can see the same thing, that the London low was taken out here, the London high was taken out here, but during the New York session. Following this pattern, I can see that we failed to break this high, which means we're bearish. And we saw our inversion model on the 5-minute, which led me to take a position over here. And let's see how it panned out. Our main target was this sell side and this sell side. Just gonna speed it up, and boom, very clean price action. And that was it for the day. Although I could have taken a reversal here, aimed at this fair value gap, I think I was away from my charts. Let's see what happens though. Yep. So we could have gotten another trade here, but I ended up missing it because I was away from the charts. Then let's go to the next one. Before we do that, let's see what we have on Tuesday. Bear in mind this is NFP week, so we can expect price to consolidate during the majority of the week. But for me, if I see a good clean price action, as it's the beginning of a new quarter, I will not hesitate to execute. And on Tuesday we had the news at 10 a.m. or 3 p.m. in the UK, and this was JOLTS job openings. You go to trading view, let's see what happens. As you can see, we had a huge sell-off right at market open, and usually when that happens, price tends to consolidate in our session. But as I said, I'm very reactive to price. So initially I had seen this inverse and I had gone long, but as soon as this bullish fair value gap got reversed again, that's when I decided to go short. And this is why changing our bias is very important, because we have to be reactive to the market. We don't predict what happens in the market. And I think this was the day when there was some major war news about the missile strikes in Lebanon or something. I'm not really sure. I'm not up to date with politics, if I'm being honest. But yeah, we got a decent 1.26R. Can't complain. And I'm pretty sure I didn't go long here, but I could have gone long here as well. I'm aimed at this fair value gap. But I did go long in PM session as I aimed for this data high. I'm not sure if I think I did attach it, yes, over here. I aim for this data high because this is the news high. So data highs and data lows, or wicks that are left during news events, are very strong magnets for price. Yeah, so this was taken over here, and this got moved around. I'm not sure why, because I was using this iPad. Anyways, so I took an inversion here and I aim for this data high. Now this was after my main trading hours, so usually I don't take trades after 1 p.m. And that's the reason I did not post this specific trade in the group, but I did take this trade on my challenge account, and I ended up passing my phase 2 with this trade. On to the next one. I think Wednesday we had ADP, if I'm not mistaken. ADP non-farm employment change at 1:15, which is 8:15. So as usual, I just wait for 10 a.m. to arrive and I see what price presents to me. Let me switch to the 15-minute time frame. Bear with me. And we go to the 15-minute time frame. Let's see. Let me switch to the 5-minute. From here we can see that price is in deep discount relative to the 5-minute and 15-minute, and we just took out these equal lows. I can also see that there are equal highs here, and there are equal highs over here as well. And this is where a lot of retail traders place their stops. This was a very good target for these trades. So let's switch to 3 times the speed. Yep, this was very clean. Initially, I just aimed for this fair value gap, as I had a higher chance of hitting that. And later on, to be honest, I didn't notice these equal highs at the beginning, and I only saw it after I had taken profit on this trade. So when I saw these equal highs, that was when I was looking for, for this fair value gap to get inversed and aim towards these equal highs. And usually I would not, and that's when I took it around here, if I'm being honest. I took it right around here. And usually I would not take trades that are very close to the take profit, but I think I was only 0.25% passing from 0.25% away from passing another phase 2 challenge of a different account. So that's why I took that trade. And boom, we said I have to take profit. Now let's go to... Look at this, is very simple and easy strategy. Wait for my time frame, one model, one time frame, and I just execute. And that's it, that's all I do. Trading can be simple when you simplify it and only focus on a few things. But a lot of people try to overcomplicate a lot of things. And this was Thursday. Thursday we had ISM at 10 a.m. For those of you wondering, this is in London local time, and that's why you can see the clock is like 3 p.m. and everything. But my chart is based on New York time, so as soon as I see this inverse, I want to go short. But the reason I want to go short, usually this fair value gap is untapped, but over here we can see that it's tapped. But the reason I went short was because you see in the 15-minute this fair value gap hadn't been hit, and I thought, okay, price is definitely gonna have a retracement before going higher. So this is why I went short first. Let's go over here. Boom, we hit full TP. Then after I saw this, I went long right after, because there's an untapped fair value gap here. But I don't think this ended up hitting. Yeah, there was a second trade which I did not. Since I posted in the group, but I got to say that it almost hit my SL. So I taken this inversion here and I put the stop. Where did I put the stop? Wait, trade looks so similar. I'm kind of losing track of time. Wait, I put my stop. It was under this low and I'd aim for this high. But the thing is, like, whenever this inversion happens, I like to see speed, and I did not see speed. So, and the fact that we were just chopping around the way, I ended up moving my stop to break even, which is a great decision, as you can see. Otherwise, we would have hidden. This is supposed to be at the high. Apologize for the... I'm all over the place right now because it's been a while since I've done one of these recap videos. But let's move on to the next day, my favorite day of the week. One of my favorite days to trade is NFP Friday, as it is just a lot of volatility. And you can see that here is 3 trades on this day. but obviously I did not trade until after the news comes up because I'm not a gambler. So you can see in NFP, initially I had taken an inverse here, but I ended up closing it at break even because I was waiting for this fair value gap to get inverse, but as you can see, the price immediately dropped. And if I had taken the inverse here, I would have gotten like a good almost 3R. Yeah, but I ended up closing it early, and you can see the receipts of that in the Telegram group as well. So what I ended up doing was I ended up taking this trade later on. As I saw this fair value gap get inversed, I immediately went short. Now I was aiming for the NFP lows. And then as soon as that happened, I usually look for a reversal as soon as an important long happens. So I was about to go long here, but I saw that we failed to inverse this fair value gap. And usually when we fail to inverse another fair value gap and we were delivering from another fair value gap, we end up going short. You can see that there are equal lows here as well and some over here. So as soon as I saw this fair value gap, I went short. And let's see what happens. Unfortunately, we didn't end up hitting our full take profit over here. So I ended up I took 80% of the position off because you can never be too sure. And for the last position, I saw this. I saw this fair value gap get inverse, so I went long here. But we ended up immediately going to the drawdown. I didn't see the speed that I liked, and I saw these equal lows being created here, so I was thinking, really, should I close this? Should I not? But then I was like, let me let it be. And then as soon as we went here, and we didn't take, did we inverse this or not? Yeah, we did inverse this, but I'm being honest, I ended up closing this, I think somewhere around here. Because for me, I was just like done with the day. I already had like 3R, and I was just like, I'm not gonna sit late in the Friday evening, especially because we're entering the weekend. Didn't want to hold any positions, and there's war news. So for me personally, I closed this here. But I think members in the group, I told them they could leave it on if they wanted to, and it went all the way up here. So overall, I would say it was a very good week. And yeah, trading can be very profitable when you keep your model simple, focus in one session, one time frame. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.